Deciphering mining job ads for new starters. Welcome to Australian Mining for New Starters, and in today's video we're going to talk about the job ads and what job ads new starters should be looking for, because a lot of people get caught up with just chasing down or just trying to chase down traineeships, and they don't look at the entry-level mining jobs, and then they don't go to the next level after that and gain an understanding of the industry, of where in the industry they're looking for new starters and where they aren't. So if you type underground into Seek, you'll see all these jobs come up. There's jobs all over the country. This is a map of all the mines around the country that are digging up metals for batteries and gold. And so that's where the majority of these hard rock underground jobs are around the country that you should be looking for. And let's have a look at some of these job ads. So if you have a look through an underground job ad like this in truck operators, they want experienced people. All the job ads say that they want experienced people, but when you come down to experience and that sort of stuff, all of a sudden they have bits tacked on the end like desirable, and then the next line after that is previous work experience in manual labouring intensive roles. So they're having a bet each way there, that they're wanting an experienced person. So if they get an experienced person, woohoo, but unfortunately there's not a lot of experienced people around. Anybody that's got 12 months truck driving experience that's any good is going to be looking for a service crew role. And honestly, at the moment, if you got somebody coming through that didn't want to be a truckie for life, or a TFL as we call them underground, then you'd be asking the question, why is it 12 months or 18 months or however long you've been on the truck and you can't get any further than the truck? So you've got that issue in the head where HR think that, you know, they're bringing in an experienced person with 18 months or 2 years truck driving experience, where the foreman is going to looking at that person going, well, why couldn't they move up in this time where everybody's moving up? What's going on? What's the issue? Am I just buying a problem in? So they're the sort of things that, you know, people look at around the place when you're hiring in new staff and experienced staff. So they're all the questions that you've got to ask. But the real reason that they want people with experience is the employers all want the same thing. They want somebody that they can throw in the deep end. So they want somebody that they can just onboard like normal, they can shove in the truck, and they're going to be productive within, you know, a couple of weeks of getting to site. And that's what they get out of an experienced person, and that's what also they get out of somebody that's done the do-it-yourself intro to underground training, the DIY package. So this is the sponsors underground training's intro to underground mining course that they do, and it's got all that information in there that the employer wants you to know. So let's have a look at another job ad. So this is for Evolution, for Queensland, residential, and if we have a look down, they want a manual driver's license, and then all of a sudden all this stuff in here is preferred. Like they prefer this, they prefer that, and that just shows you that, you know, this ad is not only for experienced people, but it's for entry level as well. And you see all these brackets and these words added on the end of these job ads, like, and that they say preferred or we'd like or this is what we want, you know, that sort of stuff. When it's tacked on at the end, it's showing that the employer is open to taking resumes from people without experience or people that think that they can fit the slot that don't meet all the qualifications, because it's only preferred. And if you have a look at the next one, and this one's for Pry Bar as a truck operator, it's 14 and 14 Queensland. And again, it's, you know, they want a manual driver's license, but it's all, you know, work experience in underground mining preferred. You know, it's all preferred, you know, because they know that they might get somebody, but there's a chance that they won't. And so this is the reason why we run our mining jobs to apply for page, where we load up all the jobs from around the country that you think you should be applying for. And there's a lot of jobs in here that a lot of people wouldn't naturally apply for because they think that they wouldn't meet the qualifications or the standards. And if they don't get somebody through with experience, or if they get somebody through with experience that meets the standards that they want, yes, you won't get a look in. But knowing the industry and what's going on in the industry at the moment says that you probably are going to get a look in, because there isn't anybody with any real experience that wants to move at the moment. All the employers are unfortunately having to hire new starters for these new truck and nipper and offsider roles. They don't want to do it. I've talked about it before in other videos. The reason that they don't want to do it is because it costs them a bucket load of money. You don't get any change out of $20,000 or $30,000 for training, bringing somebody on board putting them through all the inductions that they've got to do, training them up, getting them to face forward so they're ready to go by themselves, after 2 or 3 weeks. And then you will have to babysit them, because they won't be ready to go, because they won't know which way is up, and so the cost just mounts. So the longer that it takes you to find your feet, the more the chance is that somebody's going to tap you on the shoulder and say, sorry, this isn't going to work out. A lot of people get caught up in just trying to look for traineeships. They don't look for entry level. All the underground jobs are normally defined as entry level. Very few of them are defined as traineeships. The difference between the traineeship is a traineeship will go for 12 months, put you on 2-1. They'll put you on probably $70,000 to $75,000 a year, and on 2-1 that works out to be about $25 an hour. With entry level, they're going to pay you that $32, $33 an hour right from the word go, which puts you on about $400 a day. But they want their pound of flesh. They want you up to speed as quickly as possible. They want to be able to throw you in the deep end. And again, that's the whole point of the sponsors training, was to put you in a position. We understand because we're from the industry that you're going to get thrown in the deep end. So the whole point of it is to put you in a position where you can be thrown in the deep end and you're going to be ready. And there's jobs all over Australia, as we've looked before. There's lots of jobs here in WA, North Queensland. There's mines opening up in Victoria and Tasmania that are all looking for people. Lots of jobs in the middle of New South Wales. So that's what I would communicate to a new starter at the moment that's looking to try and get into the industry. Broaden your horizons, look into the industry a bit more, understand what the job ad actually means. Don't just wait around for traineeship job ads to come up, because with those traineeship job ads as well, thousands upon thousands of people apply for them. When they often say experience only, they might only get 50 or 60 people apply, and of which there might only be 2 or 3 experienced people. So when you only get 2 or 3 experienced people, everybody else that applies looks keen, and so they pick out of those ones. And that's another little trick that people don't realise, that if you're applying to those jobs that ask for experience and nobody else applies, then sometimes you look keen. So you can take that avenue as well. But I just wanted to put a video out there because, from what we've seen on Facebook and other social media platforms, there's a lot of people wasting a lot of time not looking in the right areas and not giving themselves a really good chance, because they don't apply for these jobs because they don't think that they're in with a shot. Whereas if you prepare yourself properly and you show the employer you can be thrown in the deep end, then you are more than in with a shot with these jobs around the country. And you only have to look at the people that have gotten jobs in the last few weeks with us. So Simon, Oscar, Danny and Donald have all picked up work in the last couple of weeks, and they've all come through the training, and none of them really came from a background that you would think that would lend itself to going straight into mining. They've all come from a diverse range of backgrounds, and that's the good thing about the training, is that once you can talk to the employer about how their mine works, they don't really care what you've done in the past, because you've actually got something to offer them. You are able to be thrown in the deep end, and that's something to offer them. So I hope that information helps, and if you could like and subscribe to the channel and share this information around, that would be wonderful. Thanks.